Thank you for the kind introduction, and it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce LG Chem to the Johns Hopkins community and to today's attendees. This is our corporate, let me try to, okay. This is our corporate presentation disclaimer. And today I would like to share with you first shortly about the LG Group and the future growth engines that the group is focusing its efforts in. A snapshot of LG Chem, which most of the Johns Hopkins community might not be aware of, and an overview of LG Chem Life Sciences and the research that is going on internally. LG Group is a well-known multinational company that was founded in Korea in the 1940s, and is creating values and products in electronics, chemicals, and telecommunication. It has 63 affiliates, approximately 280,000 people working globally, and $120 billion of annual revenue. In recent years, LG Group has strategically decided to focus on AI, bio, and clean tech for building a sustainable future and is planning to invest over $80 billion in these future growth engines by 2026. LG Chem, where I belong, shares its history with the LG Group, as LG started in 1947 as a chemical company with its first product being facial cream. Currently, it has over 60 operational sites worldwide, with a workforce exceeding 20,000 employees across domestic and international locations. LG Chem achieved a remarkable revenue of $42 billion in the last fiscal year, demonstrating a notable 11% compound annual growth rate over the past 5 years. LG Chem has three main business areas: life sciences, which is the pharmaceutical division, advanced materials, and petrochemicals. Petrochemicals has been our main revenue force, and along with this, our company is building up its momentum in three future growth drivers, including innovative new drugs. One of the advantages of being a member of the LG Group is to be among an integrated technology platform spanning diverse industries such as electronics, AI, telecommunications, and more. This interconnected ecosystem fosters synergy and ensures seamless accessibility to cutting-edge innovations. For instance, in the healthcare sector, LG Robotics can facilitate caregiver assistance programs. LG AI Research can drive advancements in AI-based drug discovery platforms, and data and medical monitoring devices could be utilized as comprehensive treatment plans. I think that most of you in the audience are quite surprised to hear that LG is in the pharmaceutical industry. You might be even more surprised to hear that we have been making and selling drugs for over 40 years since 1981. Our journey began in the 1980s when LG Chem initiated its biopharmaceutical research. Over the past 4 decades, we have made significant strides in both research and business achievements. There were a couple of new drugs approved by the US FDA, such as Factive. However, the commercialization was unsuccessful. Several vaccine products have been certified by the WHO pre-qualification program, and two biosimilar programs received approval from the PMDA and are successfully growing in Japan. Currently, Tigolixostat, a xanthine oxidase inhibitor, is in phase 3 and is expected to launch in the US in 2028. Now, on the business side, LG Life Sciences operated as an independent entity from 2002, following its spin-off from LG Chem, until 2017 when it merged back. Since this merger, we have been strategically expanding our global presence, including establishing an office in Boston for open innovation and global development in 2019, commercial joint ventures in China in 2021, and in 2023, we acquired Avevo Oncology, which is a commercial stage biotech company. These strategic investments underscore our commitment to fostering biopharmaceuticals as a key driver of future growth for the company. The mission of LG Chem Life Sciences is to transform patients' lives with science and innovation. Firstly, we are dedicated to pioneering innovations to address unmet medical needs in oncology, immunology, and metabolic disease. Second, we are transitioning from a regional player in the Asia Pacific region to a global leader. And lastly, we are striving to create an integrated platform by leveraging the diverse capabilities and extensive experiences of the LG Group across various industries. The life science division of LG Chem has been growing since the merger in 2017. Last year's revenue was $1.07 billion with a 15% CAGR over the past 6 years. Notably, more than 60% of our revenue comes from overseas business with significant contributions from AVEO. We spend over 25% of our revenue in R&D, and the current therapeutic focus area and pipeline are mainly in oncology, immunology, and metabolic disease. We expect that our top performing drugs shown here and others with other products can build a strong foundation, for the next in line products under development. In the oncology sector, there are over 11 programs under development, including an antibody therapeutic that is currently enrolling patients for phase 1 study and a cell therapy product that we just submitted the IND today. There are 2 programs under development for immunological disorder, including for osteoarthritis, and 4 programs that fall under metabolic diseases, including gout. LG Chem Life Sciences is a fully integrated pharmaceutical company that encompasses research, development, manufacturing for both biologics and chemicals, and commercialization. Our strength in commercialization is partly notable with a robust presence established in Korea and in the Southeastern Asia countries such as Thailand and China, as well as other markets that have emerged over the past years. Our entry into the U.S. market through the acquisition of AVEO Oncology in 2023 marks a significant milestone for us, and we believe that additional assets that we bring through open innovation will reinforce our commercial capabilities in the U.S. Now, this slide highlights our recent collaborations with diverse partners. Shown here, collaboration partners. I don't know if you can. Across academia, biotech, and venture capital, covering various stages of the value chain. Earlier transactions were mostly comprised of Asia-based regional deals. However, our current and future focus are for those in the US and the global market. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce a couple of our inborn programs that is in clinical development in the US. Now, the first one, tigolixostat, is a small molecule inhibitor targeting xanthine oxidase, which is an enzyme involved in purine metabolism. High purine diet causes the buildup of uric acid and formation of urate crystals. Now, these urate crystals deposit within joints and connective tissue, causing highly inflammatory but localized responses, resulting in gout. Over 14 million Americans are affected by gout, and standard treatments with purine analogs and febuxostat, which is a non-competitive inhibitor of xanthine oxidase, is known to be mostly effective. However, around 30% of gout patients still do not respond to these standard treatments, let alone the side effects such as cardiovascular risks and hypersensitivity, which resulted in a black box warning of febuxostat. We aim to develop a best-in-class molecule that can overcome these limitations. And our phase 2 study was completed in 2022. In this trial named CLUE, our compound was compared to febuxostat. The proportion of patients achieving serum uric acid levels under 5 milligram per deciliter was 2-fold higher than febuxostat alone group. And pending positive readouts from phase 3 trials, tigolixostat will be a new treatment option with highly differentiated efficacy and safety profiles for patients with gout. Now, our next program, LR19021, is a best-in-class MC4R agonist being developed for the treatment of obesity caused by POMC, PCSK1, and leptin receptor deficiency. MC4R, which stands for melanocortin-4 receptor, is a key regulator of body weight that functions in the hypothalamus by sensing MSH, which is melanocyte-stimulating hormone neuropeptides, and sends signals to reduce hunger and increase energy expenditure. Low MC4 activity thus leads to early onset and severe obesity and hyperphagia. There are roughly 600 to 2,500 people living with this genetic deficiency that affects MC4 activity, and we believe that LR19021 can help treat these patients. In a broader term, obesities caused by malfunctioning hypothalamus can also be targeted by our MC4 agonist. LR19021 is an oral medication taken once daily and with high selectivity to MC4 causes less skin pigmentation with good safety profiles. The oral route will be a more convenient way for patients compared to setmelanotide, which is injected once daily. Our phase 1 study was completed in 2022, and LR19021 showed good safety profiles. And in 24, we entered a global license agreement with Rhythm Pharmaceuticals, and our phase 2 studies will continue with Rhythm. LR19055, which is a next generation immunotherapy for solid tumors, is a blocking antibody that targets an inhibitory receptor expressed on multiple types of immune cells, including T cells, NK cells, and macrophages. PD-1, PD-L1 blocking agents have shown great efficacy in many types of solid tumor. However, there are still a lot of patients who do not respond to the current ICI treatments or have progressed. We think that LR19155 has the potential to help these patients out with their fight against cancer by triggering not only the adaptive immune system, but also the innate immune system. Our preclinical results have shown that monotherapy alone can regulate tumor growth in solid tumor models in a dose-dependent manner. The phase 1 IND was cleared last year, and we plan to inject our first patient very soon. I myself am currently leading the cell therapy program at the R&D Center in Korea. We have around 40 very talented researchers working on both T-cell and iPSC-derived cell therapy candidates. Cell therapy is a new modality that LG Chem is pursuing, and our fastest program is LR19023, which is an allogeneic CAR T for solid cancer. We are expecting to gain IND clearance this year and initiate our phase 1 early next year. Preclinical data shown here on the very far right has shown complete regression of fairly large-sized tumors with a single injection of CAR Ts. And we hope to see that the preclinical data holds up in the clinic as well in the years to come. Allogeneic CAR T cell therapy like LR19023 utilizes primary human T cells, and in a manufacturing point of view, it is quite difficult to maintain a consistent product lot to lot when using starting material from different donors. We think that iPSC-derived cells can be a solution to this. Internally, we have started our efforts into developing iPSC-derived immune cells as a first step, and am focusing on making NK cells. Very recently, we have enhanced our production yield through chemical enhancements, increasing it by 25-fold. This program will be the starting point for many others to come, and we also always welcome new technological input into our programs. And last but not least, we are actively seeking for differentiated partners, both academia and industry, to provide better treatments to patients and to create a mutually beneficial value. Generally speaking, LG Chem as a partner is able to bring our value in R&D expertise, commercial capabilities in multiple regions, including Asia and the US, and our commitment to enhance innovation to the table to fulfill our mission statement, which is to transform patients' lives with science and innovation. And with this, I thank you all for listening, and am very happy to answer questions from the audience. Thank you.